at the expense of the search. When you hear war stories about victims being found 3 days after the fire, it's often because command forgot these basic priorities. A secondary search should be performed to determine if there are any fire victims not found during the primary search. Once this is complete, command should structure a thorough survey of the entire fire ground to evaluate fire extension and ensure extinguishment. Overhaul is a key element of property conservation. It stops additional damage from the original fire and eliminates the danger and embarrassment of rekindles. Overhaul should be done carefully to prevent evidence of fire cause from being shoveled out the window.
Command staging.
Staging, go.
Send me a company to relieve ladder 11 and engine 17 in sector 1 and have them bring in salvage covers.
Staging copy. You'll be getting ladder 12 to sector 1 for salvage. Sector 2.
As the incident winds down, command reduces the span of his control by terminating sector 2. In addition, he replaces the most fatigued crews with fresh companies.
Copy. Transfer sector 1 to ladder 12, taking my crew to rehab.
Effective salvage reduces the overall loss that will result from the fire and is as much a part of the job as rescue and fire control. It may begin during the fire control priority if sufficient resources have already been assigned to fight the fire. Tired firefighters are accidents waiting to happen. The rehab sector provides an organized response to the safety and welfare of all fireground personnel. Crews should be cycled through the sector for medical evaluation, fluids, food, and rest.
Give me a progress report. We have a lost stop and completed all salvage operations.
18th Street Command alarm.
The final benchmark has been reached.
We have lost stopped at the building.
The property conservation priority is complete. When command comes to the end of the tactical priorities, he must decommit the operating companies and terminate command. It makes sense to return companies based on the fatigue factor. The fire companies that arrive first or work the hardest should leave first.
Terminating command. Companies will place themselves in service as they pick up. Engine 3 will remain to assist the fire investigator.
Copy, command. Terminating 18th Street command. Engine 3 will remain on the scene.
You've seen how a fire command system operates. Using the system makes life a lot easier for the fireground commander and the troops. When it's not used, the typical fireground often deteriorates into an unsafe, out-of-control situation. For victims, this often means unnecessary property damage and sometimes injuries or even death. For firefighters, it usually means they get frustrated, they get beat up, and sometimes they get seriously hurt. The command system requires the first arriving company officer to assume command and quickly size up conditions to determine whether to use offensive or defensive strategy. Once the strategic mode has been selected, the 3 tactical priorities serve as a roadmap for guiding all activities at the incident. Rescue and the primary search always come first. When the all clear is given, fire control becomes a priority in the fire ground. When the under control is given, all efforts are directed toward property conservation. Command is usually transferred to a higher-ranking officer who operates within a fixed command post, where all of the fireground operations can be reviewed and effectively managed.
I'll assume command. You be sector 1.
Sectoring divides the work of firefighting into smaller, more manageable units and allows command to operate at the strategic level. With the assistance of good communications, fireground priorities can be accomplished quickly and effectively. Standard operating procedures are used to speed the process along and ensure that tasks are properly handled. The command system also builds safety into every part of the operation. Firefighters can't protect citizens and property if they become victims themselves. Firefighters and officers must be in full protective equipment and SCBA when operating in areas exposed to fire or the products of combustion. They need to operate in a safe manner and not create situations that jeopardize their lives or health. The rehab sector usually needs to be established because the energy levels of firefighters are not infinite. Using all the elements of the fire command system always offers the best chance for a quick, effective, and safe resolution of the incident. Firefighting is difficult work. It's not a tidy job with convenient cubby holes for all that has to be done. Even with all the advantages of a fire command system, there are times when it seems like nothing goes right for the fireground commander. The fire doesn't react according to plan, the building was built to burn, and everyone acts like there's a full moon. Tough times like these make working the command system difficult, yet these are the times when the system is needed the most.